So high pass filter, we apply the input across the series capacitor and the common terminal, and we take our output voltage across the C resistor. Okay, now the reactance of the capacitor is given by 1 divided by 2 pi fc. F is our frequency and C is our capacitor's capacitance. The total impedance of this RC circuit is given as under root R square plus XC square. XC is our reactance, and the output voltage is given by V input times R time divided by magnitude of the input impedance, and this is the angle of the impedance. Okay, so the angle we can calculate using tan inverse the reactance part divided by the real or resistance of the resistor. We calculate the cutoff frequency using this formula, by which is 1 divided by 2 pi times R times C. So similarly, in the low pass circuit we can cascade this circuit into multiple times, and this is the first order circuit. So if we are going to use a capacitor here and resistor over here, it becomes a second order filter. When we increase the order, our cutoff frequency, if we choose the same component in the next order, our cutoff frequency is reduced, and the cutoff frequency of higher order is given as 1 divided by 2 pi square root of the first time constant of first order circuit time multiplied by time constant of the second circuit. Okay, now this is the graph, and that you can see on the y-axis we have plotted the gain, and the x-axis we have plotted the frequency. This is our cutoff frequency. At this point the gain is reduced to minus 3 dB, or at the cutoff frequency the reactance is somewhat equals to the resistor of the circuit, and the output voltage is V input divided by under root 2, or 0.707 times the voltage input. Okay. Beyond this cutoff frequency we have pass band, and before this cutoff frequency we have a stop band, and you can see there is a sharp decline of signal. So when if we apply a low frequency signal to this high pass filter, the signal will get attenuated till the cutoff point is reached, and if we increase the frequency beyond that, it will pass the frequency. Okay, now you can use this high pass filter using as a differentiator. Okay, so if we apply a square wave at its input, we will get something like this. The spikes at both the time intervals. Okay, so at the rising edge of this square input we get a sharp spike, and at the lower edge we also get a spike. This spike is due to the charging and discharging of the circuit, and this spike can be controlled by controlling the time constant of this RC circuit. Okay, so if our time constant is very lower than the input time interval, so that if the time constant is very lower, then the on time of the square wave we will get something like this spiky nature, and this is also creates an impulse response for this signal. So if we multiply this with any wave, we will get a impulse response. If our time constant of this filter is greater than the on time of the circuit, we will get something like this wave. So these are the wave shaping property of the high pass RC filter. The low pass RC filter is used as an integrator, and the high pass RC filter is used as an differentiator.